Lock. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. All honor, glory, and praises go up and out to the Most High Yahweh, Yahuwah, Ba'ashem, Mashiach, Yahushua, Yahusha. Thank you, Most High, for allowing me to see another Sabbath day to partake in your set-apart convocation. Right? If I didn't have my hands full, I'd be clapping. Why would I be clapping? Because I'm happy to be living to see this place fall. I'm happy to be living to see those who hate the Most High. I'm happy to see it. I am happy to see it. It's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening because his will be done. His kingdom come. Believe that. Believe that. My hopes and dreams ain't in this place no more. It's a done deal. I would never, ever, if I'd have knew it back then, to think that it would get like this, I wouldn't have had no hopes and dreams then. Period. I'd have just let it go. Just let it go. But everything that happened so quick and so fast, time running out. Time running out. So when time running out, you got to hurry up and get it in before time run out. If there's something to be accomplished. So wickedness got to completely reach its peak. Thus says the Most High. Once he done had enough, it's a done deal. We still gonna keep finding out who love the Most High. We are in the midst of the feast days right now. Some gonna keep them, some ain't. Right? Some gonna keep their birthdays and Halloween and Christmas, you know. Right? You're gonna celebrate all the Earth days, all the days Esau set up. They're gonna celebrate them. Right? So if you love the world, that's good. Do what you're supposed to do. I love the Most High. Do what you gotta do. The world was given into the hand of the wicked. Do what you gotta do. Right? I'm gonna move on with the quickness. I'm gonna deal with it. As the Most High allowed me to do every Shabbat. So far, so good. Right? So far, so good. I'm gonna start off in 2nd Esdras, chapter 5, verse 12. I hope my brother Antonio down in Mississippi, I hope you got it together. I hope the Most High done shine the light on y'all down there. Stay strong. Let me know. Give me a holler. Let me know what's going on. All honor, glory, and praises to the Most High. Also, blessings go out to servants of Yahushua up in South Carolina. Or he could be in Savannah or Augusta. He be roaming. Shalom, Mark. Shalom, priest Adoniah. Right? Shalom, Aki Adriel. Shalom, Aki Paleo. Shalom, Aki Kazakiel. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to Aki Shay. Keep it moving, keep it pushing. Right? Shalom and shalom to brother Azariah down here in Atlanta. Shalom to Aki King that I met last week. All honor, glory, and praise to the Most High. Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, Mark. Give me a holler, baby. Moving on. 2nd Esdras chapter 5, verse 12. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. You can keep hoping, but you ain't gonna obtain them with vanity over here. Wickedness, madness, foolishness, folly, right? Deception. That's what you're going to get, right? That's what you're going to get. When you got hopes and dreams in this place right now, this is what you get. At one time, it was okay, right? But if you're still trying to live the so-called American dream, which is a nightmare, and guess what? The things that I speak on Shabbat, they are a nightmare to those who still got hopes and dreams in this place. They are a nightmare. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear nothing about me talking about this place coming to an end, falling, burning, blowing up, right? They don't want to hear nothing about that. They say you need to just let it happen. Be quiet. Just let it happen. We don't need you to talk. But that's a negative, because I don't work for y'all. I work for the Most High. He told me to go out and talk, right? He told me to go out and proclaim his name, to proclaim that his kingdom's coming. That's what he told me to do. I don't take orders from men, from fools, right? My orders come from up above, baby. 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and 21. That's where my orders come from. Heavenly being, the Most High Yahweh, Yahuwah, Bahashim, Mashiach, Yahweh Shah, Yahusha. That's where my orders come from. 2nd Ezra chapter 5 verse 12 says, at the same time shall men hope. While I'm out here putting it down and getting it in, men still hope in this place, still trying to set their dreams up in this place, in Sodom, right? Still holding it down, holding it up, however you want to put it. They holding it down, or they still propping it up. Don't make me no difference. Whatever you want to do, however you want to put it. 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and 12. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. It's a route. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. So he can't be talking about the righteous. He talking about the wicked. He talking about the ones that I'm going to start again. I'm going to deal with where I'm at. I'm over here in the Western Hemisphere, in this crazy place that the man that conquered it called America, which it ain't, but that's what he said. Okay, fine. It's a collaboration of all kind of people coming over here to get their part of sin. That's all it is. It's ancient Babylon. That's all it is. Ancient Sodom, ancient Egypt, and pre-flood. That's all this is. If you want to be wicked and evil, you want to walk around with no clothes on, you want to lay down with children, and you're a grown man, right? Two men want to be together, two women, you come over here, right? You want to smoke weed till you blow your brains out, and the man ain't going to lock you up or nothing. He said you can ride around with less than an ounce and just keep it moving. Come over here, right? Just come on over here. I don't know about nowhere else, but over here, they so-called gonna proclaim a day of purging. Purge in the so-called New Year coming. January. They're gonna start in what they like to call Chirac. Right? Like that's supposed to be a heck of a name. A killing ground. Up there with my brothers and sisters at in Chicago. They're gonna start there. Right? So let it be. You got those who don't believe in the Most High terrified about that. Why y'all scared? Why you scared? You love America, you shouldn't be scared. You're supposed to be all in. All in. Let the purge come on. It need to come. They need to have it 2 times a month, every month. Let it come. We're going to let the wicked go and kill themselves. That's what we need to do. 2nd Ezra 5 and 12 again, moving on. At the same time, men shall hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. Cool. Good. Now I'll keep standing around watching it, not prosper. That's what I'll keep doing. All praises to the Most High. Moving on. I'm going to Odes of Solomon, chapter 11, verse 7 through 10. You can find it right here. Words of wisdom. Odes of Solomon. Right? All praises. Big up to Aki Adonai again. Aki Priest Adonai. He shipped me this information about a year ago or so. I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to bring it in. So, Odes of Solomon, right? Chapter 11, verse 7 through 10. Dealing with the hopes and dreams, right? Over here in this snare, or this trap, or this cage. It's a snare. It's a trap. This is a cage. Right? You're under the bondage of deception over here, son. Bondage, bound, yoked up. It's a trap. You got to find your way out. I keep talking about that spider web. You got to find your way out. Spider coming in for the kill. You got to find your way out. It's a trap. We're talking about the hopes and dreams in the snare. In the snare. All right? This is a snare over here. Big time. Here it go. Odes of Solomon, chapter 11, verse 7 through 10. And I drank, and I was inebriated with the living water that does not die. See? I'm drinking and drunk with the living water that does not die. The living water that gives me life. Right? The living water that gives me life. Verse 8. And my inebriation was not one without knowledge. See? But I forsook vanity and turned to the Most High, my Almighty Elohim. I forsook vanity and turned to the Most High, the Almighty Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I forsook vanity. This is a vain place over here. This snare in this cage, that's the only way you're going to get out of the bondage. You got to forsake it. You got to come up against it. You got to speak, thus says the Most High. You can't be shamed. If you got your mouth closed, you don't get fed. You cannot receive or drink this water that I'm drinking. All right? There's no way possible. Verse 7 again, and I drank and was inebriated with the living water that doth not die. Verse 8, and my inebriation was not one without knowledge, but I forsook vanity and turned to the Most High, my Almighty Elohim, and I was enriched by his bounty, and I forsook the folly which is diffused over the whole earth, man. This folly has been released over the whole earth. This madness and this evil, this wickedness and this deception has been diffused over the whole earth. Scripture said, and I was enriched by his bounty, and I forsook the folly which is diffused over the earth. And I stripped it off and cast it from me, broke free. But the only way to break free is to go back to verse 7 and receive that living water. You got to go back to verse 7 and receive the living water. Let's get it again, verse 9. And I was enriched by his bounty, and I forsook folly which is diffused over the earth. And I stripped it off and cast it from me. Didn't want nothing else to do with it. All somebody had to do was show me the way, show me the right way. I was forever following a little bit back in the days. Actually, I wasn't really following. I was a so-called leader in the world. I was a leader. So I wasn't quick to go behind no other Negro about doing nothing. Probably why the Most High reserved me. I wasn't quick to follow no Negro to do nothing. I had a plan that'll keep me from getting killed or killing somebody. I came close a lot of times, right? But that plan wasn't proof, because at the same time I could still get it, because I couldn't hide. I couldn't hide. But for a season, it worked. It worked to the point where the Most High reserved me from doing 20 to 30 years. All praises to the Most High. I was enriched by his bounty, and I forsook the folly which diffused over the earth. I gave it up. I don't know too many brothers that'll do that. Right in the midst of getting it in, at the peak, of getting it in. I don't know too many people who do that. And I stripped it off and cast it from me. I settled for less, but only to obtain more. Versus what 2 Esdras 5:12 said, the things that you will obtain in this life, in this age, you ain't gonna prosper, right? So I gave it up and took less just to obtain more. More is the kingdom coming. I'm striving for that, struggling for that, fighting for that, right? Moving on. Verse 10, and the Most High renewed me in his raiment, in his garment, in his armor, right? And possessed me by his light, that I may see, y'all. And from above, he gave me rest in incorruption. Incorruption. He gave me rest in incorruption, not being corruptible. Took me out of the madness that I was in. Boy, I can't never thank him enough for that one. Still to this day, I don't understand why he did it. I can easily say because he wanted you or he chose you. Yeah, that's fine. But in reality, my reality, I can't understand it. How he felt like I was better than anybody else to choose. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But he helped me. He helped me and he helped a lot of more people around me. But the people around me don't appreciate that. The people around me do not appreciate that he helped me help them. Because I could be an endangerment to somebody. If I was still out there, I would definitely be an endangerment. Who knows in the past years just past what would have happened in my household or the people around me. A lot could have happened because a whole lot done changed. Things have escalated to the million power. To the million power. Verse 10 and moving on. And the Most High renewed me in his raiment and possessed me by his light, by his wisdom. And from above he gave me rest in incorruption. All praises to the Most High. Moving on. Isaiah 42:18. So he snatched me away from all these hopes and dreams everybody still laced up in. Still wake up every morning thinking about how they gonna do this and how they gonna do that. Ain't nobody thinking about the Most High. Feast days gonna get more emptier, right? Because they can't hang. So if you can't hang, I'm gonna cut the rope. I'm gonna cut the rope. Just because you can't hang, I'm gonna cut the rope. Hey man, it is what it is. We gonna see who love who worship who is about what. That's what the Most High all about now. The times of revelation that we living in, right? The times of revealing the righteous and the wicked in plain sight. That's where we at. He ain't playing. He ain't playing. Isaiah 42:18. He ain't playing. Nope. I'd rather be on the team of the one who ain't playing. The one who can kill and make alive. I'd rather be on his team. I'd rather be on the team of the one that can create planets, stars, the earth. You know what I mean? Versus man and my own dumb thoughts. How I feel things supposed to go. How I could just say, well, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. So you living in your own wicked self-righteousness. I don't see nothing wrong with it. That's going to get you revealed. You're already doing a good job at that point. Revealing how you move. Not you knowing really what direction you're moving in because you don't believe. You think it's a game. You don't even believe in Satan. Right? You'll find out when one of your arms get missing. Then you're going to keep believing the way you want to believe. You're going to take a foot. It's sad it got to come to that. Right? It's sad it got to come to that. Right? Because you don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Okay. The Most High said this, but you're going to say, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Isaiah 42:18. Hopes and dreams, man. in the snare. Hopes and dreams in the snare, man. It's a trap over here, y'all. A filthy cage. A filthy cage. Right? Hear, ye deaf, and look, ye blind, that you may see. Pay attention. Pay attention. Be advised. Ye deaf, and look, ye blind, that ye may see. Because either way it goes. Pay attention and look. As I told you, if you can't see, you can't hear. If you can't hear, you can't see. It's either or, it don't really matter. How you gonna be able to see? If the music turned up too loud, buddy, you can't hear them coming, boy. They sneaking up on you. The music's so loud, you can't see them coming. Right? You can't see them coming. Revelation chapter 18, verse 1 through 2. Hopes and dreams in the snare, family. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power. And the earth was lightened with his glory. All right? And he cried, let me read that again. Let me not go too fast. Sometimes we don't even know what we're listening to. We're reading it in a carnal mind state. Everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual to the million power to the Most High. Everything. Every word. Everything and every word is spiritual. Let me read this again. Right? Let me read it again. Revelation. Hold on, family. Chapter 18, 1 through 2. After these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven. How did you see another angel come down? What did he look like when he came? Did he look like a man when he was coming down from heaven? Or did he look like one of these meteors, one of these comets, when he was on arrival? I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. Once again, did he look like a man? Or was his light, did his light up the earth? Did his glory light up the earth like a meteor or a comet? Is that what is the vision? Is that what you saw? I'm pretty sure that's what you saw. Verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, what? Babylon the Great is falling. It's falling. So I'm telling y'all, my family, starting to the ones that's closest to me, from inside of my house, outside of my house. Let me tell you again, don't think it's a game. At some point, you better get for real. Babylon the Great is falling, and it's become the habitation of devils. Are you a devil? Are you trying to break free from the devil worship, which Babylon has been putting down before you were born? Right? Babylon the Great is falling, and it's become the habitation of devils and the hole of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. You're hateful and you unclean in the sight of the Most High. You are in the cage over here, a cage, a snare, a trap. And it's a snare and a trap to any and everybody that want to do wicked. Knocking on the door of Babylon, telling them, let me in. You ain't even got to knock on the door wide open. Just go on in. And the door stays open for you to come out. But does anybody want to come out? No. The door is open for those that's coming in, because Satan knows once he gets you in that trap or in that snare or in that cage, you ain't going to want to go nowhere. Because he's going to fulfill every negative lust that you like. We talked about that last week, about the DJ. He going to play the tunes that you love the most. He got to keep you dancing. He got to keep you dancing. They selling weed in the club, cocaine, hard and soft. Because all that got to go together. Right? The best of alcohol. All this got to be. Right? They got all that in the club while Satan DJing, playing your favorite tune. So the door is open. He's not trying to lock you in. Because like I said, he know you ain't going nowhere. Once you have had a relationship with him, laid in the bed with him, he knows at that point how to satisfy you. And you become lovers. Y'all become lovers. Y'all been lovers so long, when the Most High show up and say, you know what? You've been cheating on me. You've been cheating on me. You don't even want to go back to your man, to your husband, to your true husband. You rather stay with the one that you're cheating with. I remember them days in the carnal. I remember them days. A lot of people do too. Love to be staying out all kind of times of the night. Don't come home over there with the one you're cheating with, instead of being at home with the one you love or the one you're supposed to be with. Right? So we're talking about the hopes and dreams in the snare. And right now I'm prophesying against the great whore. Verse 2 says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, what? Babylon the great is fallen. He is fallen. And it's become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. So you can take that how you want it. You can think it's just a fairy tale. You ain't got to believe in the Most High, right? You can keep having your relationship with Satan, who gives you, who have put that spirit on you too, where actually the Most High the one put the spirit on you. He the one turn you over to your lust. Whatever it is that you love, he gonna allow you to love it, right? If you love Satan, he say, okay, cool. If you love him, he be like, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And he goes on to tell you, my son, there's a reward on both sides, my son. Right? Choose you or choose ye this day whom you will serve, my son. All right? All right? So Lamont Sanford had enough sense to know when Big Money Grip showed up talking about he was Lamont's daddy, and Big Money Grip said, you need to choose today, Lamont, who you love, me or this old sourpuss over here. So Lamont Sanford said, you know what? It don't matter if you is my father, Big Money Grip. This the only pop I ever known right here. Right? So what a true love was, Lamont chose him. Not nobody who came up with glamour, money, throwing gifts at him, allowing him to fulfill every lustful thing that's running around in his body, in his mind. He didn't choose that, man. He turned that down and stayed in the junkyard. That's what he did. I'm going to move on. Dealing with the hopes and dreams and in the snare. Jeremiah 23, 16 through 17. That's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm dealing with. Jeremiah 23, 16 through 17, y'all. All praise to the Most High. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 16 through 17. Thus says the Most High of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you, that make you vain. Now, I'm going to go a little deeper. Don't listen to these clowns on these award shows, on these rap songs. Don't listen to LeBron. Don't listen to Steph Curry. Don't listen to Shaq. None of them fools, right? Don't listen to Tom Brady. Don't listen to none of them. None of them. No soccer players, no Serena whatever his name is. He changed his name. He here to deceive you. Done did a great job. The women look up to him as being somebody prominent in the women's world. And the men look up to him because guess what? He got an artificial booty. So the men look up to him and think and slobbering at the mouth. And the women starry-eyed because they think he's one of the greatest to accomplish what he's doing. Right? So all praises to the Most High for giving Serena to be a devil in the cage or in the snare. And for those who can't see, shame on you, man. You still got hopes of having your daughter to grow up to be like this guy in the tennis world. One of these days, we're going to make it. Hopes and dreams. One day, we're going to make it. That boy got potential, they said. That boy got potential. That's what they say. Potential to do what? Catch the football, son, to be a defensive end, right? To be the next what? Allen Iverson. He got potential now. So in their mind, they already getting it together. If anybody knock on the door asking for their son, they're going to hand him over. No stipulations attached. Everything goes. Like I said, the door wide open. The door wide open. The cage door is wide open. People going to continue to sell their kids to this place. Just so when they sell their kid to this place, he can get on TV and deceive your child that's coming up. And it's a revolving door. All praise to the Most High. Jeremiah 23:16-17. Thus saith the Most High of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. Right? That continues to keep telling you this is the way to go. Sending them to a baseball camp, a basketball camp, football camp, ballerina school, dancing school. Right? Sending them to the school of arts and crafts. Right? Sending them to the school of arts and crafts so they can learn how to be an actor. Right? Sending them to Buckhead, to the place that they call AI. AI. AI stands for Art Institute. But at the same time, AI is artificial institution. It is vain, according to 2nd Esdras, chapter 5, verse 12, and that's real. It's vain. It's a waste. It's deception. You're going to learn how to be an actor. You know how many spirits that Satan requires of you to be an actor? You got to play a million different roles. That's a wicked person. How a person can change these many times and play these many different roles, you got to be really, really wicked. And ain't none of the roles righteous. None of them. Tomorrow you're a cop. Today, next day you're a robber. Today you're a whore. The next day you're a nun. You got to go through it all. All. Jeremiah chapter 6, 23:16-17. Hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you that make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart. That's what I've been talking about, family. And not out of the mouth of the Most High. This is plain. So I had to go through all that before I read this scripture so you can get understanding. Hopefully, you got a little bit of understanding. Hopefully, rebellion and pride ain't stopping you from seeing this move. Right? Because if you got pride on you, that means you're in the midst of sin. You're not able to receive nothing the Most High got to give. You're in the midst of sin. So your pride, that pride is covering you, is a shield to line you up to be destroyed. Or to maybe get one of them hands chopped off, 2, 3 of them fingers, just so you can have an ear to hear. Because it takes action in this time and day to move the people. Words are not going to move these people now. I caught the last train out of hell. I caught the last train out of hell. I sure did. And that was a train of no return. All praise to the Most High. I caught the last train out of hell, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear what I heard no more. Not even Israelites. They're not trying to hear. They're casting their stone in the world, man. Bridges and all. They laughing and giggling. Laughing and giggling, man. In the world. With their fringes on. Moving on. Verse 17. They say unto them that despise me. Or, Salaki, verse 17. Jeremiah chapter 23. They say still unto them that despise me, the Most High have said, ye shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walketh after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you. And I promise you, the majority of the world, that's another one over there. You're going to get his cut too. We got something for it. The majority of the world are doing just what I said earlier. And just what the scripture just said. They're walking after their own imagination, their own thoughts. You ain't going nowhere though. I don't know it. But guess what? Once again, you in sin, so you walking after your own imagination. You cannot listen or hear because pride is stopping you. Sin is stopping you from hearing the word of the Most High, the truth, the only truth. Ain't no more truth, but the word of the Most High is the only truth. Like it or not, get mad or not, it don't even matter. Because if you get mad, do what the Most High said. And they say unto everyone that walketh after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon me if I don't listen to COTP, if I don't listen. I don't got to listen to none of them. No children of the prophets. I ain't got to listen to none of them. Ain't that gonna happen to me? They just talking, man. It's just a bunch of words. Just a bunch of words. They just talking. Let me read verse 17 and move on. Jeremiah 23, chapter 17. They say still unto them that despise me. Most High said, that the Most High said, ye shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walketh after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you. Right? What's the harm and what's the foul in going to a basketball camp, grooming my son or my grandson? What's the harm of celebrating Halloween and allowing my granddaughter to celebrate Halloween? Or allowing my granddaughter to celebrate birthdays, allowing my granddaughter to celebrate Christmas, or my daughter, right? What's the harm? The Most High ain't gonna do nothing to us. Ain't no harm. We can be pagan as we want to be. We can celebrate the Day of the Dead at its highest peak, October the 31st. No harm. But while you sending your kids out to get some candy from a stranger, when you're in elementary school, they tell you you're not supposed to accept them from a stranger. But they got October the 31st, where you can go knock on a stranger's door and receive gifts. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. The same people told you do not take them from strangers, got a day set up for you to go get something from a stranger. Believe that. So there we go. There we go. I'm going to move on. Jeremiah 17 and 9. So people going to do it the way they want to do it and keep making up lies about doing it. Making up excuses to be stupid. It don't get no dumber than that. Then again, it do. Because every day I wake up, I see and I get myself topped by what I just said. It continues to get dumber. Jeremiah 17 and 9. It continues to get dumber. So I'm sorry. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? right? Because the previous scripture said, everybody follow after the imagination of their own wicked mind. Talking about no evil shall come upon us. So everybody following after their own self, their own thought. Ain't no boundaries. Ain't no boundaries. Not over here in this cage. I told you the door wide open. A boundary or a border, especially a boundary is something that stops. This as far as you can go. So if they shut this cage door over here, in this circumference inside of the cage as far as you can go. When they put a bird in a cage, they lock the daggone bird up in the cage. Why you do that, I have no idea. I have no idea, but I do have an idea. Only a fool and only a wicked one would put a bird in a cage and lock the door. He needs to be put in a cage and lock the door, right? He needs to be put in a cage with that door locked so he can die out. That's it. So he cannot perform that which he was born to do. Fly. 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 That show you that's just a simple wickedness on the scale. But it's a great deal. When you stop a bird from flying, you might as well set him on fire. You might as well. He's dying a slow death. Very slow death. When you put a bird in a cage, you's a fool. But guess what? We over here in America. And the scripture tells us this is the cage of every unclean bird, every foul person. Everybody come to America to do sin. This is the place where you come where you can do what you want to do. You don't got to listen to the Most High. You can have two women can be together, two men. You can do all that over here. And if you come up against that, you got a problem over here. See, but the scripture says different. So we over here in the cage where the Most High said it's the cage of every unclean and foul and hateful bird. He hate all of them. Because don't nobody listen to that he said. Everybody listen to what the so-called white people say. That's what they do over here. So they call it Babylon. Yeah, for right now. But it's time up. It's time is up. Yeah, it's time. That's why you see what we see. That's why everybody get really mad. For sure, supposed to. Ain't nothing but the remnant of the children of Israel gonna remain, and a few strangers and sojourners that love the Most High. They gonna be covered and protected. But everybody else. One thing, then I'm gonna go. Ma'am? I'm gonna ask you one thing, then I'm gonna go. Go ahead. There's such thing as elect people. Elect people. You are. Israel is the elect in the eyes of them. When you read the Bible, he said, Israel is my chosen and mine elect. What does that mean, though? Do you believe in predestination? Yeah, already I am predestined. According to Jeremiah 1. Period. I'm predestined, first of all, to come out here and do what I'm doing. I didn't ask you. I was given it before I was even born. He already knew that. He knew it. I didn't know it. But he knew at a certain time, I'm going to knock on your door, so I need to do something. That's predestination. Same thing with the Messiah. So everybody's not predestined. No, they're not. They can't. They can't. You look in the scriptures, you only see the prophets that are predestined. All the other people are just people that doing whatever. What happens to the other people that's not predestined? Some go here. They're going to listen like you. They're going to believe in the word of the Most High. They're going to read things. Also, everybody has a chance. Have a chance to be saved. Yeah, for sure. He don't want to kill nobody. I know. He don't want to. I know. But people choose. But people choose them. Meaning, them is, yeah, you can love the Most High, you can love America. You can't love both of them. Ain't no way you can love the Creator and love America. Not what they stand for. If you read this, it don't add up. No way. They don't want the Bible in the school. They don't want nobody talking about God. Period. Then they gave us a white Jesus on top of it all. You believe in that, all he said you got to do is believe. And you good. That's a lie. Them two lies in one. The Black Messiah, which is from the tribe of Judah, which you might be from me. I don't know your particular ancestry, but I know that the real Israelites are brothers and sisters. That's why we came over here for punishment, because we did wrong. We should be doing what you're doing now. Ask what the hell happened? You know what I'm saying? Why is my last name Smith? Why my last name Smith? Ask this question. And then you go, I got to go back in here and show you why. Because he said our heritage is going to be took from us. We're going to go to a land and be over there for 400 years until you learn your punishment. He said, but after that, I'm going to judge that same nation. I'm going to judge that nation that stepped on y'all and treated y'all so bad. You know what I'm saying? But I had to punish y'all because y'all want to follow people. Y'all don't want to be leaders. You want to follow. You understand what I'm saying? So the more and more we keep trying to love America, guess what? The more and more we're going to be on the bottom. Because they're going to stay on top. And ain't no king going to take his crown off of people. He got to be took. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no sharing no kingdom. I'm making a video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You said why I ain't where?
Why you not on here preaching to the people when they can hear?
I'm talking real loud.
Huh?
I'm talking real loud. Plus, I might have to get a permission to stand in front of them both places. I don't want to be disturbed. This here got to go forward. People see me every Saturday when they come out here and leave out the store. They do just what you doing. But do they stop? And plus, when I go over there, they don't want to hear. I might have a shotgun when I go over there. They hate this.
You be careful about it.
I ain't worried about it though. When the time permits, if the most I want me over there, I'll be over there. But I can't stand in front of their door like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. No, I gotta have my space to get up next to it.
Okay. Take care.
This is for the people who the most I bring around me. Once again, like that elect you talking about. That's who I'm out here for. Not everybody. The most I gonna draw whoever he wants to hear his word. I can't control that. He gonna send somebody over there to say, that's who the most I do. You know what I mean? All right, so.
Take care.
All right, y'all be careful.
Okay.
All right, y'all, moving on. Sister, I need to be standing in front of them folk door, hollering and screaming, so they can shut my message down. It ain't time for them to shut my message down yet. This got to go forth. She asked about the elect. Is there such thing as an elect? She asking questions people supposed to be asking. I don't care if you're a Jew or a Gentile. You're supposed to be asking. Jeremiah 17:9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Right? Who can know it? Who can know it? The most I know better. He know what your mindset thinking. He know it ain't on him. Right? You know everybody ain't gonna want to hear what I gotta say. All I know if I go over there, them people at that store over there gonna get mad at me, call the cops. That's all they gonna do. Cops already been over here at me. They gonna call the police because I'm stopping people making his customers mad. I'm making his customers mad on the Sabbath day. That's all right. Jeremiah 16:12. I'm pissing off his customers. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers. That's what the sister need to know. For behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. They don't want to hear the Most High, like I just told them. Their hopes and their dreams are still in this deception, caught up in this snare, in this cage over here, right? How can you want to hear this and still be trying to be the best American you can be? Like I just told them, it don't go together. You can't love this place and love the Most High at the same time. Not like that. You just can't do it. It's too much evil going on now, son. Ain't no way. I'm set apart the way I should be. Right? After ye have done worse than your fathers. Salaki. Jeremiah chapter 16:12. And ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk, everyone, after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. So it don't matter if I go over there or not. And when they get in their car, so I'm going out that way, so I'm going out this way, so I'm going that way. Right? But every week, everybody don't go out the same way. So one of these weeks, you're going to ride by COTP. It's all about if you're going to stop or not. Right? Anybody watching these videos see all the potential coming back and forth, slowing down. Ain't got to be over there. Ain't got to be over there. I'm hollering loud enough that they can hear me. Right? Verse 12 again, moving on. And ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart or his evil mind, that they may not hearken unto me. Yeah, because you got sin going, thriving inside to the point that you don't want to hear the Most High or the word of the Most High. That's why he said your heart is evil. You upset with him. You disappointed with him. You don't like him. Matthew 24 and 38. He knows better, not me. He knows better. I can read the word that's better. I can read it. Matthew 24, verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage, until the day that Noe entered the ark. Yeah, I'm going to keep reading these scriptures. Some are going to have to continue to get read every other week, because this is where we at. I got to let it be known. The Messiah let it be known. He left it notated for it to be known, right? So just like a child that continues to do what you told him not to do, you have to keep telling him before you whoop his butt or her butt. Didn't I tell you not to do that? How many times you said that before you whooped him? All right? Matthew 24, verse 38, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. They were balling, kicking it, having a good time. Same way we were talking about last week. That DJ had them going, turned up, right? Like they doing right now with that stinking, stupid weed they selling, which is not weed. It's some that I told you that was made up in the laboratory that he gave to his servants. And they blowing it up to the heavens. They blowing it up to the heavens so the Most High can smell it and get pissed off. See, they don't understand Satan did that for a reason. He got y'all jacked up. Hey, get into my service. Let them smoke it. Everybody smoke it on the count of 3. And it all gonna blow up to the heaven. All of it gonna blow up to the heaven. Just to make the Most High put that thing on somebody. That's all it's about. To make it simple. So I brought the precept out last week, bringing it out now, because the same thing's still going on. They still balling. Like I said, when I was in the world, when I had my rap groups, we had one of our best hits. It was called Still Ballin'. Still Ballin'. That was one of our best hits. Still Ballin'. Any brother out there that hear this, Brother Debo, I don't mean no disrespect. I hope you can hear this from prison. Shalom, stay strong, son. Debo and his crew under my, door opening. That's the song they went in with, and that's the one that stood out the most. Anybody know me know what I'm talking about? Still balling, right? I gave all that up too. Don't matter. So I brought the precept out, right? They were eating and drinking, eating this food over here, drinking this dumb water. They weren't drinking that water that I pulled out in Ode to Solomon, chapter 11, verse 7. They weren't drinking that water. This water contaminated. This food is laced like they're doing now. They want to grind up these worms and put it in your hamburgers. They want to grind up. They said the worms are high in protein. Eat these worms, right? Eat these worms, the man said. First Maccabees 9:41. Eat these worms, my servants. Eat these worms. Do like I've been telling you to do, right? Do like I've been telling you to do. That's what you need to do. It's lucky. eat worms. Do like I've been telling you. Don't talk back. You do what I tell you to do. I got a commercial coming out gonna tell y'all, explain to y'all why I said eat the worm. First Maccabees 9:41. All right. Thus was the marriage turned into mourning. Pay attention. Matthew 4:38. Sheol said what? In the time before the flood, what they were doing? Drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage. They were eating, balling, but they were eating from the tree of good and evil. They were getting married under the law from the deceiver, right? And they were also giving in marriage unto the sons of God, the fallen ones, the Nephilim, that brought forth the giants, right? So the Messiah goes on to tell us that all these things, the same thing gonna be going on when he returns. But it gotta be that way, because ain't no need of him coming to my he finna kill people and do all of this if ain't nobody out of order. So it gotta be some extra exclusive wickedness happening when he show up. So that's what he said. But he said it's gonna be turned all the way up. And by the time when he show up, get what's gonna happen. First Maccabees chapter 9:41 says, thus was the marriage turned into mourning, and the noise of their melody into lamentation. So all that the DJ doing, music turned all up, y'all ain't paying attention, you ain't got no clothes on, you high out of your mind, right? You high out of your mind, right? Got a preacher out there done got upset a little bit, talking about all y'all men, y'all cousins and y'all nephews out there with the buns on top of their head. I'm glad he got upset. Sad part about it, they may know and they may not know. The world's so effeminate now, they don't even know what that bond represents. Because that actually wasn't a thing for the Negro. That was a thing for the so-called white people, wearing buns on top of their head. The white women know what it's for. So-called white women, they know what that's for. I don't know. Maybe they do know now. But it's an ugly thing if the men know it and they wearing it. But guess what? It's not ugly. Because the men, the so-called Negro men, acting like women, they need a bun on top of their head, I guess. I guess that's what they figure. Let me put the bun on my head to let the man know this is what I'm about. I ain't gonna say it on the camera. Right? Right? I ain't gonna say it on camera. I'm gonna leave it alone. But they were marrying, drinking and eating, and giving into marriage. Before Noah shut the door, son, they were balling. They still balling. 9:41 in First Maccabees. Thus was the marriage turned into mourning, and the noise of their melody into lamentation. Thus was the marriage turned into mourning, and the noise of their melody into lamentation, because a lot of killing jumped off. So that marriage turned into mourning, right? And all that strong music, all that marrying, it turned into lamentation, because it was unplugged. They unplugged the DJ box, and the house got burnt down, right? The house got burnt down. The house got burnt down. So their marriage was turned into mourning, right? And their melodies that they were bouncing to, their music, turned into lamentation. That's what happened. Mark, Salaki, Lamentation 4:17. So, you know, once again, talking about people who still got hopes and dreams. Over here, in the snare, in the cage, in the trap, in the deceptive trap. What I'm talking about. Still got hopes and dreams in the land of deception. Sure enough. Lamentations 4:17. As for us, so-called knucklehead Negroes, or you so-called Israelites, even the Gentiles, it don't really matter. But for right now, I'm talking exclusively to the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics and Native Americans of Negro descent. Talking to y'all right now. Every now and then, I might bounce back and forth and talk to the world. Because the word got to go forth throughout the four corners of the earth. Everybody got to hear. But primarily first to the house of Israel. Where verse 17 in Lamentations chapter 4 says, as for us, our eyes are yet failed for our vain help. Just stupid. According to what? Jeremiah chapter 23, 16 and 17. It's vain. Right? It's just vain. Listening to your idols over here, walking around in the flesh, the ones that Hollywood and Satan have nurtured, programmed, put them on wood and sticks and strings, dancing them around in your face. Those are your idols. Those cats I named out earlier, they are your idols, right? Verse 17, Lamentation 4:17, as for us, our eyes are yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. But guess what? This is Jeremiah speaking. This ain't the people speaking. The people need to be saying this. The people need to be saying that we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. That's what the people need to be saying. But Jeremiah just speaking in hope that the people will listen. But the people rather listen to their idols, to their false prophets. This is what they want, because the people want to hear lies. The people don't want nobody to tell them that they got to stop smoking that weed that Dr. Jekyll had conjured up in his laboratory. That's going to turn them into Mr. Hyde. The people don't want to hear that and don't want to believe that, because they're trying to fulfill their lust. Moving on. Mark 8:36. Moving on. Like that lady just left, you got free will. She was right. You got free will. I said it earlier. You got free will. You can choose what you want to do. Choose you this day, who you will serve. You're right. Mark chapter 8:36. She's right. That statement is correct. Or question, whatever form she brought it in. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul in the land of hopes and dreams? Right? In the snare, in this case that we read about in Revelation 18:1 and 2. Right? For what shall it profit you, sir, son, if you gain the whole world and lose your soul? So you got to sell your soul over here just to get by. Then when you think you done got by, you know what people say? He made it. What you mean he made it? Why you got to sell your soul just to be a part of this place over here? Why you just can't be a football player and they ain't got to have no strings attached. Why you just can't do that? Because Satan is the ringmaster. You just don't come in his circles and talk about you want to be a clown, and that's it. Now you're going to do it the way I tell you to do it. That's what you're going to do. I need you to go out there and deceive these people, right? Hey, man, you know you're an Israelite? You ever heard it? No, sir? You never knew you were children of Israel in the Bible? Oh, yeah. You know that? All right, work it out then, bro. I appreciate that. All right, now. All right, that's what's up, baby. I'll be here. Most High willing, I'll be here. Be here every day? On Saturdays, on the Sabbath day. All right? All right, bro. Yeah, I don't got to be in the store like I told her. Whoever the Most High want to hear this, they going to come to him. The Most High ain't going to nobody. They going to come to the Most High. Mark 8:36, one more time. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul? All that for nothing. Then you lose the chance of going to be a part of the kingdom on the inside. Not the outside, but on the inside. Just the Israelite. You got to understand that this ain't no game. Just to show the Most High keep waking you up and giving you a chance to get it together. This ain't no game, man. It's the real deal. Just to show us I'm standing here, just to show us I used to be out there like everybody else, it's the real deal. I'm glad he picked me so I can be a witness, right? So I can show that it is for real. It ain't no joke. Just to show us I could have still been out there, it ain't no joke. First Maccabees 1, 12 and 13. Y'all know where I'm going. Y'all know where I'm going. So what profited a man, to gain the world and lose the whole soul? As for us, we look to a nation that can't save us, man. We keep trying to join the system. Like I said, and trying to accomplish and achieve these vain goals. They are vain. The more and more money you continue to try to make, the more and more you get caught up in the snare. There are requirements, man. It is what it is. First Maccabees, chapter 1, 12 through 13. So this device pleased them well. What device? To keep joining in. To keep coming up against the Most High. Right? To keep receiving all the vain gifts, all the evil gifts that the fallen ones have conjured up to give to the people that's in charge to deceive y'all. Huh? Verse 12, First Maccabees, chapter 1. So this device pleased them well. Who is them? These Negroes. And not, it starts from the ones who sell us out. When they're in the meeting, or when they're part of the boule, and they shaking hands behind closed doors, making these decisions to come out and deceive the people, like Muhammad Ali and them, and all them folk that we love. What's up, bro? They come together, and they come with an agreement to go out and do what? I'm going to be an entertainer. It ain't real. It's entertainment. So I'm going to be a deceiver. I'm going to lie. I'm going to do my part to lie in the boxing world. Right? Barry Sanders said, well, you know what? I'll do my part in the football world. Right? Michael Jordan said, oh, for sure. I'll do my part in the basketball world. Right? Barry Bonds said he going to do his part in the baseball world. Someone say I'll do it in a two-way, like Dion there. I play football and basketball. I'm a great deceiver. I am an actor. Right? I am not to be taken seriously because I'm on this TV screen. I am not to be taken seriously. But guess what they said? With all that being said, in order for them to be a part of those societies, it's a deal that has to be made. So when they accepted the deal or to be a part of that plan, First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 12 says, so this device pleased them well. Verse 13 said, then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. So that's what I was just describing. They were behind doors signing their name on that paper, in blood, shaking hands, whatever they doing to deceive, to just say we're going out forward. After we open this door, we're going out. And we're going to do what it is that we just agreed to do. Right? So read it again. Verse 13. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. They went to the king, be it the king of our own people, or they went to the king of the nation. It don't matter. They went to Hollywood in the end, right? And said, I want to be an actor, right? And I'm going to sign up, and I'm going to push every evil idea that you give me because I signed up for it. I'll hold up all kind of symbols on TV. I'll walk around with this rainbow flag. I will do anything, right? Man, look, I'm going to humiliate myself to the point where I know this is a part of the plan for me to be humiliated, for me to continue to be a part of this great deception. That's what I signed up for. Verse 15 says, so after they deceived the people, this is the thing that occurs. This is the outcome. After you have deceived the people and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the set apart covenant or the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief. They joined, and these still them leaders again. They forsook the covenant, joined the heathen, and, they were sold to do mischief. Turned their back. These are the leaders. Not just the people, but the leaders. That joined to the king to sell their people out. Right? So they were sold to do mischief. We just read when the Mashiach said, what profit is your son? For you to gain the world, man, and lose your soul. Then by the time they think they're going to walk away from that plan, that when they shook the hand with the deceivers, when it done got to be too slimy and too disgusting that they don't want to be a part of it no more, they think they can leave. Ask Jaheim, ask Martin, ask Richard Pryor, ask any of them. All of them that be running around here talking about they trying to kill me. Ask any of them. You can't have your cake and eat it too with Satan. Right? You think you just gonna ask DMX. That's any of them. They just want to be a rapper and that's it. I don't want to sit in nobody's lap. I don't want to get on my knees. I don't want to do none of that. Well, too bad. You shouldn't have signed up. Because you're going to do it. Believe me, you're going to do it. Them folks ain't playing, boy. They got a way to make you perform, son. Shouldn't have done it. They always say you play with fire, you get burnt. 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, verse 28 through 29. That's true. It's just like being a kid, growing up. You got to keep doing stuff till you get in trouble. You got to. I'm going to keep doing it until I get caught or some foolishness. 2nd Ezra 4, 28 through 29. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. The evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come, not the total destruction. Right now, destruction is on the level, little by little, still giving you, like I woke up earlier, still got grace. Mercy is a freaking guillotine waiting to come down. When the guillotine come down and make contact, mercy is over. Right now, the guillotine is just up there. The executioner is still holding the rope. Grace is still in effect. Grace and mercy is not the same thing. Grace is giving you time to get it right. When grace rolls out, mercy leaves too. But mercy is just like, for example, you being in the car with 4 more people and that whole car gets shot up. You survive. That's mercy. That's not grace, that's mercy. Right? One more time. Grace is just giving you a chance to get it right. Once you survive that act, then you're giving grace. You're giving grace. Right? So we're still talking about hopes and dreams in the snare. This is a snare, a trap, a cage. Verse 28, 2nd Ezra chapter 4, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, Esdras, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. Verse 29, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So all these things got to come to pass. The Most High said destruction coming. Oh, it's got to happen because the kingdom got to come. That's basically what it said. The kingdom got to come, right? So for sure, destruction got to come. Yeah, it ain't jumped off yet, he said. It ain't jumped off yet, he said. But he also said this again. That which is sown be, if therefore that which is sown, the madness, be not turned upside down. Like the Mashiach went in the temple and flipped the tables over. So you got to go through all that to establish your place, to establish what's really going on, what you mean. I done told y'all before. Now I got to show you. Now I got to show you. The young lady asked, is it somewhere in the scriptures that the Messiah got to fight? Was he fighting in the scriptures? Well, when he went in the temple, he showed up cords. He showed the cords up, took his time. Because people so busy doing what they doing. They walking by, they probably weren't paying attention. Thinking he ain't gonna bust a grape. Right? He sewed the cords together, man. He went in the temple, turned the table over. Hopefully he didn't take that, because back then, especially like they did the Messiah, they sewed them cords up. They put razor blades and glass, nails, and all kind of stuff in it. And when they hit you, you pull back flesh. It was an evil whipping. Evil. So verse 28 again, 29, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, like that temple, it had to pass away. I had to go in there and turn it upside down, and after that, I had to just get rid of it altogether. Altogether. Therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down. And if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, like over here, this place got to be turned upside down and it's got to pass away. Then cannot it come that is sown with good, right? It's just like separating the wheat from the tares. You got it. At some point in time, there's going to be a time you got to separate the wheat from the tares. They both are not going to continue to grow together. They're not. Moving on. Proverbs 3 and 31. Moving on. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Do not listen to them wicked Negroes in First Maccabees that sold themselves to the oppressor, to deceive y'all, to devour y'all, to get y'all thrown away, cast off. Right? Do not follow them clowns. Period. But I'm out here saying what I gotta say, whether you hear, whether you forbear, it don't matter. I'ma say it anyway. And when I leave here, I'm gonna continue to say it wherever I go. Right? Wherever I go, I'm gonna continue to say it anyway. It ain't gonna move nobody, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Because the only thing that's gonna happen if it moves anybody, it's gonna be the Most High putting his spirit on that person for it to move them. Like I was still trying to tell that sister. Like I woke up with this morning. It's that spirit, man. We can come out here and talk. I don't care if it was 10,000 Negroes out here. If the Most High ain't put that spirit on a person, they ain't gonna receive it. They're gonna continue to be a worker with Satan, hand in hand. The Most High gotta put a spirit on you for somebody to listen to the word of the Most High. Same went with me. She was talking about, do I believe in predestination or preordained? It is what it is. I didn't make this decision. It was put on me. I didn't make this decision. This ain't something you just wake up and say, I'm gonna go out here and do this. Nah, that ain't how it works. Proverbs 3 and 31, that ain't how it works. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways, period. He done beat your back in. Don't be trying to follow him no more. Leave him alone, man. I didn't say you can't, you live in the world, you gotta go to work, you gotta go to the doctor, you gotta do all that. They're in control. He said choose none of his ways. Envy him not. Don't be trying to look up to him to say I want to prosper and be like him. Because you're forgetting a whole lot when you do that. You're casting away your own values at that time. You work with people at the work site, you are a part of that team. You're going to have to help that team. You go to the doctor. The Gentiles are set up. If you don't want to be seen, I don't know what you're going to do. So we got to be mindful of how we move. All right? You're still in over here in the cage, in the unclean cage. Right? So you got to act accordingly, but you got to act with wisdom. You got to act out with wisdom. Can't be stupid. It's a time, like the scripture said, for everything. Right now, we're still in captivity, man. So we got to be wise. COTP, we got to be wise. Yeah, the scripture says, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. You can be in the world, not of the world. It just comes a time that we got to wake up and back off. That's all. Got to wake up, man, and back off. We know better. Now it's time to do better. Proverbs 4 and 14. We know better. Now it's time to do better. Right? The dirt so thick upon us, it don't come off overnight. The filth is so thick upon us, it does not come off overnight. The garment is stuck to you like a tattoo. But surely there's a remedy to get that tattoo off. It may take a time. It may take a little time, but it'll come off. But you got to work at it. Proverbs 4 and 14. Enter not in the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of an evil man. So it don't really matter now, because according to what? First Maccabees 12 and 13 and verse 15, enter not in the path of a wicked man, or don't even follow an evil man. Enter not in the path of the wicked, or don't even follow the evil man. Period. Let's get it again. I don't want to chop it up. I'm going to let the word go forth the way it's written. Negroes is in the front leading Negroes right now. They done shook the hand with Satan. Then they come right back out. But we just read that again, like I said, in our first Maccabees. How they went behind closed doors, made a pact, took the oath, came right back out, then they deceived their people. Simple. Chapter 4, Proverbs, verse 14, enter not into the path of the wicked and go not in the way of evil men. So don't keep following these fools over here when the scripture told us in what? Revelation 18 and 1 and 2, Babylon is falling. You know, Babylon is falling. Don't keep following these people over here. Y'all better pay attention. Do not keep following these people. These the same people that keep stepping on you. Quit following them. Yeah, you got to eat once again. You got to pay your rent. But you ain't got to follow them. Right? Scripture said again, enter not into the path of the wicked and go not in the way of evil men. Even your own. Even the one looking just like it. Because basically it starts with them first. You got to move them out the way because they're a smoke screen. You got to move them out the way first. Your own folks. Then you can see what's going on. Because you really can't see the wicked or the pure evil because your people putting it down, you can't see past your people. You can't see past your people. But they deceive you. Get them out the way, you can have understanding. You get them out the way, you can get understanding. Proverbs 8 and 36. That's straight up. Your own people in the way. Proverbs chapter 8, 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All that hate me love death. Proverbs 8 and 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All that hate me love death. Don't matter who you are. Jew or Gentile. He that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All that hate me love death. Simple. Don't need no interpretator for that one. Don't need no interpretator for that one, okay? 8 and 36 in the book of Proverbs. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Proverbs 9 and 6. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 6. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. Simple. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. The only way of understanding, though, is to follow the words, law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Oh, you can keep following America. That's cool. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Proverbs 9, 6. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. So Revelation 18 and 1 clearly told us what was up. It told us what was up. You're supposed to see it with your own two eyes. The scriptures can say what it say. You got to be able to see it, though, yourself. And to come to an agreement with righteousness. That's just it. That's the understanding. The scripture is telling us plain as day. It was already written aforetime and written for our learning. See? These things were written. I ain't been here that long on this earth. But this book been here before me. A lot of things that happened before me in this book, and a lot of things that's happening that's in this book right now. It was already written. Man ain't that smart, because man too evil. Man too evil to be this smart. All right? Man too busy trying to invent wicked devices that'll blow up the moon, blow up the earth, blow up humanity, or whatever y'all want to call it. blow up the people on the earth or the creation or man. That's his deal. He used his science to destroy, not to help nobody. Jeremiah 18, 11 through 12. Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 11 through 12. Therefore, thus saith the Most High, ask ye now among the heathen, who have heard such things? The virgin of Israel, oh, Salakia, Salakia, Salakia. Jeremiah 18. Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 11 through 12. Now therefore go to, speak to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. All right, Jeremiah 18, 11 through 12. Now therefore go to, speak to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying what? Thus says the Most High, behold, I frame evil against you and devise a device against you. Return ye now, every one from his evil way, and make your ways and your doings good. You gotta repent, come out the snare, let go of them dumb hopes and dreams. Let it go. Leave it alone. Enough is enough. Ain't no more hoping in this crazy place. This is an evil place now. I shouldn't have to keep saying this, but I'm going to say it as long as the Most High allow me to say it. Y'all see it, but for some reason, we going harder and harder. Harder and harder in the land of maggots. We're going real hard in the land of maggots. I frame evil against you and devise a device against you. Return ye now, everyone, from his evil way, and make your ways and your doings good. And they said, there's no hope. But we will walk after our own devices, and we will, everyone, do the imagination of his evil heart. So that's sad that these scriptures are continuously keep telling you, the Most High keeps saying, people going to continue to walk after their own imagination of their evil heart. They're just going to do it the way they want to do it. Don't matter how much COTs talk about it. Don't matter how much they continue to see these maggots devour everything in this place. It does not matter to them. They're going to hold on to their lust. They're going to hold on to their sin. Right? They're going to continue to turn their back on the Most High. They're going to continue to have negative hopes and dreams in this snare over here. They're going to continue, man. What they really hope, it's sad. It's sad. They got bad hopes over here. All just getting along. They don't care who gets turned out in the family. They love each other. And I guess that's what the wicked is supposed to do, love each other. The righteous is supposed to love each other. Because the righteous and the wicked are going to be at odds against each other. My fault. I'm going to read this and go. Verse 11 and 12, Jeremiah 18. Now therefore go to, speak to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, thus says the Most High, behold, I will frame evil against you and devise a device against you. I will devise a device against you. I will devise a device against you. Right? You ain't going to see it coming. I will devise a device against you. Return ye now, everyone from his evil way, and make your ways and your doings good before I unleash this device. Before I unleash this device. And they said, there's no hope, but we will walk after our own devices. And we will, everyone, do the imagination of his evil heart. And that's the standoff. And that's the world against the Most High. Not just Israel, but the whole world against the Most High. Yep. Jeremiah 51:44. But anyway, I'm going to lean on Revelation 18:1-2. I'd rather take that piece of the pie. Right? Jeremiah 51:44. And I will punish Baal in Babylon. Or let me make it more plainer. And I will punish Satan or the devil in Babylon. And I will bring forth out of his mouth that which he hath swallowed up. Strong right here, y'all. And the nations shall not flow together anymore unto him. Yea, the wall of Babylon shall fall. Right? He gonna make Satan spew up the righteous that he swallowed up. And I will punish Baal in Babylon. And I will bring forth out of his mouth that which he hath swallowed up. And the nations shall not flow together anymore unto him. The wall of Babylon shall fall. I'm going to make Baal spew up what he done swallowed up. He just done devoured it all. But not that elect. Not that elect. Not that remnant. Not going to happen. We got to hold on. We got to stay strong. We got to stay focused. But it's going to be some that we love the most. Going to get swallowed up. It ain't going to be no getting spewed out. Because that's where you want to be, in the belly of the beast. Because right now, that's where you at. When you don't come out, the cage is open. You don't want to come out. So when you go in the cage, you are in the belly. The cage door is like a mouth, right? The cage door is like a mouth. It's an exit and an entrance. It's like a mouth. You go in, you come out. You go in, you come out. But if somebody closed that door, if Satan closed the door, the Most High said he's going to open that door so the righteous can come out. That's what he said. So let's do that again. Jeremiah 51:44. What's up? You all right? What you got going on? You over here? I'm trying to tell me and you and everybody else we treat Israel according to the scriptures, according to reality. I know. Just sure your last name is what? That's your last name? Yeah. See what I'm saying? Profile. That's what I'm saying. Where that come from? Nation. Don't matter. There ain't such thing as a nation of hate. They was given to you. All right? That name was given to you, just like America. You know what I'm saying? You're not Haitian. You're Israel. If you were actually Haitian, your lineage, your true lineage, would be like Moses' lineage. If you were Haitian. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. What I'm saying? That's more the tribe of Levi. From the 12 tribes of Israel. Yes. Yeah, the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? And Levi was given the priesthood. He was supposed to, the Levites, that was their job at first to do what I'm doing, to go out and do like Moses. Do their thing, talk to their people, tell their people, get that in the third, first say, oh, Most High. You know what I'm saying? They had the office for the Most High. There was the cut or the slice or the portion that the Most High put aside to himself. So, okay, this is my priesthood right here. These are the ones that's going to go forth in the earth and do my bidding for me. You know what I'm saying? But they blew it. And that's why you see that people don't show much hell more than anybody. Not just that, man. It's bad. It's so much evil that ain't about people. So evil over there, ridiculous. All those gangs over there, they don't got no love and hate about each other at all. Ain't no love over there. They don't care about killing each other over there at all. how they kill each other, but how they kill each other. That's what I'm saying. I know. I had an elder with me at work, which he gave me all the scripture. So,
What tribe?
Judah. And that's the same tribe of Messiah. So, it prophesied that Moses prophesied that there will be one that come out of the lineage of David, King David, or out of the root, or out of his loins, that would be a governor, a Messiah, or a Savior.
And what book is that?
Right here.
I'm on a sequel again.
But you got to know why when you read, this is talking about me, not just reading. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
I'm listening to this now, and especially in Ezekiel. He upset with these right now. Real upset with them. But those are the prophets. Those are the people before the people. Those are the leaders in Ezekiel. And Levi was in charge. They the ones in charge. Even to this day, over in Benin, in Africa. You understand? Those Negroes over there, those kings and those priests, they go back and forth from pay. What they doing?
But I'm told it's the same thing.
They,
About your statue too.
I mean, it's just what we need. We got to search it out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look, our lineage, that's what we are.
He can trying to.
See, bro, that's hallelujah. That's what's up. Where your phone at?
Right here.
I got to turn on doing a video right now.
Oh wow.
You all right? Come on over here. Come here. Hey, he said he a Levite, y'all. He said he from Haiti. So he bear witness to this thing. He understand. He said he been hearing it. So what's your name again?
Name is Jasmine. Jasmine, but I go by Nick.
Jasmine. But you Israel. You Levi. That's what you are. Levi.
Hey,
go there. I'm about done. I'm gonna give it to you. You gotta go.
What I'm saying is what I'm saying.
You can get it. You put it in the text somewhere. Somewhere where you can. Yup. Oh, COT. Dash. Space. Yes, COT. Space. Israel.
Capitalize.
Capital. It's COT on YouTube. It's all caps. Capital I Israel. I-S-R-A. That's
It's
it.
COTP Israel.
That's it. Don't forget, my next one. Yeah, that's us. It's just us.
Who's over there? The green. You know, wearing the green car.
This is what y'all supposed to be doing. This is what supposed to be a semi-Christian car. You know what I mean? This is where Levi would walk around with his 12 tribes on his chest. He was decked out. They was looking like a god from heaven. You know what I'm saying? That's how he dressed him up. Aaron is the king of the Levites. And then they go to brother. That's what they were doing. That's your uncle's brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, them your folks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, acknowledge that. Acknowledge that. Oh, that's tight. Yeah, man, I know I gotta believe it. I ain't got too many people that believe it. Will I accept it? Will I search it out? You gotta search it out to accept it. Just because I said something on this, you gotta.
I mean,
you gotta
true.
search
Only
it out.
because he diligent shows
You gotta.
but at the same time, I need that guidance. You know what I mean? I've talked to a lot of brothers, not only about where I come from, but as a whole.
They keep telling you what? What they keep telling you?
They keep reassuring me again first. Like telling me, no. I'm serious. They tell me, I'm patient. You're a Levi.
They keep trying to get that, erase that hate.
But at the same time, I can't fathom it.
Understood? Our people can't. We've been cut out so long. Who gonna believe that?
But
You know
first,
what I'm
we
saying?
have to recognize that as a people. You know what I mean? Before anything can be established as far as the enlightenment of mass.
You remind me of another Levite brother I got. Yaakov, if you're hearing this, I'm on your case. You remind me of him. Y'all talk together. Yeah. All right, brother. Nick, come back check on me, bro.
Yes, sir.
Every Shabbat, you know the day the Sabbath is, right? If you don't know, now you know.
I'm on the Seventh-day Adventist. Even though, right.
You got to come out of it.
I know it.
All
I know
right.
it. I know it.
All right. All right, bro.
Yes, sir. All
All right, man. That's the Most High. He do it every Shabbat, y'all. Jeremiah 51 and 44. And I will punish Baal in Babylon, and I will bring forth out of his mouth that which he hath swallowed up. And the nations shall not flow together any more unto him. Yea, the wall of Babylon shall fall. So that's what, once again, that bears witness to what the sister saying. I ain't got to be over there in front of them folk place. Whoever the Most High want to hear, whatever the Most High got to say, he going to bring them to his word. All honor, glory, praise go up and out to the Most High Yahweh Yahuwah. Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua, Yahusha. Revelation 18, 1 and 2. Revelation 18, 1 and 2. I ain't forcing nobody. Like the world like to say, we got free will. Revelation 18, 1 and 2. After these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was light with his glory. They tripping off one right now that came down that was light with his glory. Over in Scotland. Right? Got a meteor. Everybody said they saw it for a long time. And they heard the impact. But anyway, the earth was lightened with his glory. His glory. Y'all got to get with that. Right? Meaning it was bright. When he hit this atmosphere, it was bright and it lit up the sky. Verse 2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hole or the snare or the cage or the trap, right, of every foul spirit, woo, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. But it says it has become the hole of every foul, stinking, disgusting spirit. All the evil spirits, the majority of the evil spirits, demons, are over here. It has become the home of every foul, evil, dirty, disgusting, unholy spirit. And the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. A cage of every unclean and hateful, despiteful angel and his followers. This has become their home. Odes of Solomon 11 and 11. Odes of Solomon 11 and 11. Odes of Solomon chapter 11 verse 11. And I became like the land which blossoms and rejoices in its fruits. Now that's a twofold precept. It can be good or it can be bad. I'm going to use it in the bad term right now because I ain't in the kingdom yet. I'm still over here. What the Revelation 18 and 2 said, the home of every foul spirit and every unclean and hateful bird. This is where I was born. Modern day Babylon, Egypt, Sodom, pre-flood. And if you ain't came out of her yet, it's going to consume you. If you still got hopes and dreams in this cage, right, it's going to consume you. Verse 11, chapter 11, Odes of Solomon says, I became like the land which blossoms and rejoices in its fruits. And you're going to become just like this land over here that blossoms and rejoices in the fruits, in the production of this place. You're going to be dancing to the tune of Satan because he's going to peep you out and figure out what song that you like the most, what moves you. He's going to give you the sorcery. He is the pharmacist. He will fulfill your prescription. Right? You will become like the land that blossoms and rejoices in its fruits. You'll become just like that. Foul, disgusting, and hateful in the sight of the Most High. Right? COTP, keep living, keep pushing. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. All honor, glory, and praise go up and out to the Most High, Yahweh, Yahuwah. Ba'ashem Mashiach, Yahweh Shah, Yahusha. Right? Stay strong, stay focused, keep it pushing. Most High willing, I'll do it again. Shalom, Shalom.